So tell us your name. I'm Althea Sayawan.
Hi, I'm Marco.
Hi, my name is Joan.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce.
Explain what CE22 is. CE22 is
Engineering economics, or formerly known as engineering economy. It deals with the systematic evaluation
Of the pros and cons of solutions to engineering problems. Engineering economics
It's about decision making by applying engineering analysis. We compare alternatives by evaluating the work of
systems,
products, and
services in relation to their costs. Why is it important to learn?
engineering economics is important to learn because as engineers,
we deal with money in projects. It is a tool
In choosing the best alternative that will save and earn money, especially for investors.
our decisions need to be calculated.
like we are predicting the future. We also need to consider
objectives.
Reliable resources,
time and
Uncertainty in making engineering economic decisions.
Now, let's move on to our CE22 project proposal.
last 2018, the Philippines ranked second in the top 5 countries with the highest power rates next to Japan. Unlike its neighboring countries, the Philippines does not offer subsidies for its electricity bill, which makes it so expensive. Some Filipinos have already resorted to illegal electrical connections called jumpers just so they could power their homes. The National Electrification Administration, or NEA, reported in 2019 that around 2 million households do not have access to electricity, especially in rural areas. To add, the country relies heavily on fossil fuels to provide energy. According to the U.S. International Trade Administration, the Malampaya gas fields, which supplies 30% of Luzon's energy, is expected to be depleted by 2024. With the electricity sector being fully privatized and the main source of energy being depleted, it is only a matter of time before the whole country experiences an energy crisis.
Now for the statement of the problem. The Philippines' use of fossil fuels as its main source of power generation is not only an environmental hazard, which results in release of greenhouse gases and acid rain, but is also a decreasing commodity, as it is a non-renewable resource. This results in higher costs due to demand.
Based on the 2019 report by the ASEAN Post, the percentage share of each energy sources are as follows. So if we observe this pie graph, we can see that there is still a big gap between the share of renewable and non-renewable sources. So how did this happen? I will discuss the current efforts developed by our government regarding power generation. The first plan basically covers the plans and initiatives of the government to expand access to renewable energy throughout the country. But contrary to that plan, the second plan reiterates that Department of Energy will retain its technology-neutral stance, which states that all types of technologies are welcome as long as they are reliable, dependable, and capable of offering the lowest cost alternative. And this is what happened to the third plan. So in July 2019 SONA, Duterte called for the rapid growth of renewable energy and reduction in reliance on conventional energy sources such as coal. But despite that, he inaugurated a new coal-fired power plant that same year as part of his backward pro-coal policies.
There are lots of potential alternatives to non-renewable energy sources. Solar energy, wind energy, and hydroelectric energy are the 3 sources of renewable energy that have been studied the most and are currently being applied in other countries. The sun produces so much solar energy that the amount of energy reaching the Earth's surface in 1 hour is enough to power the entire planet's energy needs for an entire year. Solar power is continuously being studied to produce technology that can efficiently capture and utilize energy from the sun. Solar panels can be installed virtually anywhere, but provide no solar power at night. Thus, large battery banks are needed for solar power to be feasible as an energy source. Wind farms use wind energy to drive generators that produce electricity. Wind turbines are location dependent, and not every location will be suitable for harnessing wind energy. Most wind farms are located in rural areas and require transmission lines to bring the electricity to cities, where electricity is of the highest demand. While the wind turbines themselves are cost-effective, these transmission lines add to the total cost of wind energy as a renewable energy source. A large reservoir of water, for example a dam, can be used to create a controlled flow of water to drive turbines that generate electricity. Hydro energy is often more reliable than solar and wind energy, since it can provide energy even when the winds die down and the sun has set. Hydro energy is especially consistent, since water flow can be adjusted based on the energy demand. These three sources of energy all have great potential in being able to provide a larger fraction of our energy needs. Throughout this project, we will be analyzing and comparing these three alternatives in order to see which option or combination of options is most suitable for our situation.
Now for the data needed, which will serve as the criteria for the alternatives, we have installation costs, efficiency in power generation, maintenance fees, as well as environmental impact. And this concludes our project proposal. Thank you for your time.